bit of a different video today. I don't have anything scripted, I'm just going off the cuff. I wanted to come on here and talk about this right here, which is a documentary I made a long time ago called A Gamer's Journey, The Definitive History of Shenmue. If you're a Shenmue fan, you might already know what it is. If you're a Shenmue fan who hasn't seen it yet, well, you might also recognize the title because this is the documentary that's being included in the upcoming collector's and special edition version of Shenmue 3 Enhanced Edition. I talked about this film a little while ago on my channel, but that was more about the why I made the film. It was actually about Shenmue 2 specifically and how that game changed my life and kind of like changed the trajectory of what I wanted to do with my life and how I wanted to go to film school and how I ended up, getting into documentary filmmaking. It kind of goes into that, but today I want to talk about what exactly this film is. Like if you popped it into your Blu-ray player today, hit play, what would you see? So essentially what this is a feature-length documentary about the history of the Shenmue franchise and Yu Suzuki's career. In the film, we talk to Yu Suzuki, of course, and a lot of the original Japanese developers, the people who actually built the game from the ground up. We also talk to a few of the English voice actors of the game. We also speak with some people who work in the video game industry, are video game industry veterans, or are just video game industry adjacent. And of course, we interviewed a lot of video game / Shenmue YouTubers and just Shenmue fans in general. We also got some pretty cool access into like sketches, art books, archival material, that sort of thing. So if you're like I said, a lifelong fan of the game, a lot of this might already be known to you, but it's presented in a way that I think is still very enjoyable to lifelong fans of the game. For newer fans of the series, people who maybe played Shenmue 1 and 2 in the past or are just discovering it now, I think this is a really good launch point into just the Shenmue world and the Shenmue story. Like not the story of the game, but just the story of its existence, like everything it had to go through to get made. I think it's a really good starting place for people who want to know more about it. All of this to contextualize the story of Shenmue and Yu Suzuki's career, back when this game was just a concept in his head, a spin-off RPG of the Virtua Fighter game to the Shenmue series that we know and love today. So this has been the only Blu-ray print run we did right here, is the Kickstarter version that went to our backers. The film has lived online on like a bunch of different streaming platforms, but now is kind of the first time it's being printed again as part of In Games Shenmue 3 Enhanced. I was very excited to hear when they reached out asking for it to be included as part of their collector's edition. I thought this project was dead in the water a long time ago just because it ran its course. I kind of thought that was the end of its life cycle. So the fact that this will open it up to a lot more people, super grateful to In Games. Very excited to pick up a copy for myself. I think I'm going to be getting the Nintendo Switch 2 version. I don't actually have that console, but something about a Shenmue game on a physical cartridge, I don't know, I find that super interesting. I'm going to be picking up a Steam version as well since I play most of my games on PC, but yeah, super excited to get my hands on it and just to see what the enhanced version is all about. And obviously the world doesn't need another guy in his 30s talking about video games and making video game essays and retrospectives, but I do plan on releasing some more content like that on this channel, so follow along if you want, and follow along for more Shenmue content, because who knows, if Shenmue 4 gets picked up and the powers that be decide we need somebody to document everything that's going on with Shenmue 4 and the behind the scenes so we could package that up with the release of the game and get fans hyped up, maybe they'll give me a call. I don't know, who knows? Fingers crossed, right? So yeah, pre-order yourself a copy of Shenmue 3 Enhanced Edition. Support Shenmue any way you can, because I would love to see a Shenmue 4. And when you finally get your hands on the collector's or special edition or whatever version of the game you pre-ordered, pop this in, watch it, let me know what you think. I would love to hear your thoughts. Not just for lifelong fans of the game, but for people who are new to Shenmue 2. I'm so glad that Shenmue is still being talked about. It's a game that's so near and dear to my heart, and I just want more people to experience it. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.